So the moment has arrived. I would like to ask you if you would please be upstanding to welcome our fabulous bride today. So we've tested the waterproof mascara already today, haven't we? Okay, there is no such thing as true waterproof mascara. And I heard several wows as Lydia walked up the aisle. You look fabulous.
Thank you.
It is said that to love and to be loved is to feel the sun from both sides, something our couple know well, standing here bathed in the sunshine of the last 8 years together. So a very warm welcome to you on this extra special day. And you all know how much love there is between Lydia and Ollie. And today we're here to mark the next stage of their journey together. So please be seated. Make yourself comfortable. We are here today to celebrate the love they so clearly share and to witness the significance of their commitment to each other in marriage. And you know that Ollie and Lydia are not just any couple, they are both hugely creative entrepreneurs. From Lydia's skillful embroidery projects to Ollie's social media innovations and their joint enterprises. So today, of course, is not just any wedding. In fact, Ollie and Lydia are both so adept with technology that I am computer generated. And I am practically AI, although I wish they'd got a better hair program, but you know. And they have already written down their wedding predictions, like which guest will be sipping the most champagne tonight, who's going to need the most headache tablets in the morning. And I'm not looking at anyone in particular. I think it's, yeah. Okay. They have a feast of treats for you to savour today, and you'll discover throughout the day and well into the night, and probably into the early hours of tomorrow morning. Well past your bedtimes, but you can probably stay up. Now, some of you have travelled many miles to this beautiful part of Staffordshire, and there are many here in spirit. We think of Ollie's dad, Richard, probably celebrating with a pint of cider up there. Lydia told me how loving and caring he was. When they moved in with Ollie's parents, Richard would make her a packed lunch. He knew she'd be up at 6 in the morning for an early start. So this was no ordinary sandwich. We're talking a proper doorstep wedge sandwich. Half the contents of the fridge as a filling. Enough to keep you going through the longest day. Such a kind and loving thing to do. He welcomed Lydia like a daughter-in-law from day one, and he would be so proud of the two of you today. You might also stash a raw potato in your pocket. Well, he loved to do that as a mischievous prank, so keep an eye on your pockets later. Okay. Now, it is apt that we are in the Foxtail Barns. A fox is the symbol of Leicester, and that is where our couple's love story began. Although, like all the best love stories, it nearly didn't. Ollie was supposed to go to Nottingham Trent University, but because of a mix-up with their paperwork, he'd already accepted a place at De Montfort in Leicester. And then Trent found their letter and practically begged him to go there. But Ollie was already enthused about the new course and headed east for the adventures of De Montfort University. Busily involved with the TV and radio station at uni, Ollie was social secretary in his second year. You can imagine that, can't you? In charge of encouraging safe and not so safe drinking. And you probably know from many amazing nights out that Ollie loves to get the party started. And that's where he met Lydia. And theirs is not some corny love story where it was love at first sight. Oh no. First they got to know each other as friends at the weekly socials, and then they went on the worst date ever. It was a stunt, though, for the uni TV station. So they literally went through every single thing you are not supposed to do on a date. Like Ollie pretending not to have the manners he's been brought up with, shoveling chips in, eating and talking with his mouth full. And then at the end of the date, Lydia slapped Ollie. It didn't look quite right on camera, though, so she had to do 15 takes and 15 slaps. 15 slaps later, and they finally had the right edit. Poor Ollie, though. But they were by now establishing a great bond of friendship, and they worked together at the uni TV and radio stations. And Lydia remembers once being behind the camera, filming Ollie and just feeling a little butterfly, and that seed was sown. Although, like all good things in life, it takes time. But gradually that little flutter grew into something much, much bigger. Although there was an accidentally rubbish date still to come. Let's go bowling, said Ollie. But it was half term, so everybody else in Leicester had gone bowling. You couldn't get a game until 10 o'clock that night. Then they couldn't get a taxi, it was raining, you name it. Anything that you wouldn't wish for on a date, it happened. So they went for a lovely walk by the River Soar, until torrential rain absolutely drenched them. But the thing is, when you're with someone that you really like, you can get through anything. And it just strengthens your bond. Now, neither likes coffee, but going for a hot chocolate and a chat meant that they got to know each other gradually. And at some point, there was a first kiss. Well away from the uni cameras, though. Now, while Ollie and Lydia remember their first kiss together, just for a moment, I would like each of you gathered to remember your first kiss. Perhaps it makes you blush or cringe or swoon. Can you remember their name? But actually, before you get too carried away, and I can see someone going, no. When you think more deeply about this, your first kiss is so precious, and it happens just after you arrive in this world. It's probably a first kiss from your mum, cherishing that first glimpse of her beautiful baby, symbolic of the powerful love of a mum. And I know Lydia and Ollie's mums are so proud of them today, and I've got a little surprise for you both. I'd like to invite Tina and Debbie up here now, and I'd like them to kiss their grown-up babies on their wedding day. We need a special mum's kiss, and both are the youngest in the family, so... Now, I know Ollie might be 6'2", but he's still your baby. And I do love the outfits. You both look fabulous, so it's right that we got you up today. And with this kiss from the proud mums, we reflect on how special today is, Lydia and Ollie's wedding day. And family are so important to our couple. Now, it's time we heard some words of wisdom from the mums who always know best. And they've each written a letter which will be shared by Lydia and Ollie's sisters today, Eleanor and Jodie. Thank you.
Dear Lydia, you are one of a kind, and I'm so proud of you. I knew you were special very early on. Your first drawings of people were done completely upside down. And there was that time as a toddler when we plonked you down on a mat at a car boot sale, only to turn around and see a fully completed jigsaw. Ollie, some obsessions started early, and that baton is now firmly passed to you. Lydia, I love your quiet determination, flying under the radar and then suddenly doing something amazing. Do you remember that first theatre school show when you called yourself Eleanor? You were so nervous. I just wanted to pick you up and shield you from it all. But how you persevered. You dug your heels in, felt the fear and did it anyway. Years on, you played the role of Evita and you smashed it. People are so important to you. At swimming galas, races and glory were incidental. It was all about the fun, the banter, and the snacks. I'll never forget watching you climb distractedly onto the blocks, seconds away from an important swimming race, without your goggles on your head. The look on your face when you patted your forehead and realised they weren't there. And then there was the time you were winning the 200-metre breaststroke and you stopped after 6 of the 8 lengths because you miscounted. What a nightmare. Later at uni, we laughed when you and a certain young man delivered a funny short film about first dates. And then there was the real first date, and the rest is history. You two are very special people. Like two pieces of a jigsaw. There it is again, fitting snugly together. Ollie, it has been such a privilege getting to know you. I couldn't have wished for a nicer person as a son-in-law. You bring warmth and joy to all our lives, and you make Lydia so happy. This advice is sent with so much love to you both. Embrace the kind, compassionate, unique, and funny people that you are. And above all, be true to yourselves and each other. Thank you.
Ollie, my last baby. You were always a happy baby, born with big blue eyes and bright white hair, the complete opposite to your brother and sister. There was always talks whether you were adopted or the milkman's. As a baby, you loved your milk. Your dad gave you the nickname Glug, as you would demolish a bottle within minutes. Wonder whether that's where you get your drinking skills from now. You've always been a chatterbox. Well, once you started, we could never shut you up. By the time you were 18 months old, you could have a full-blown conversation with him. Nothing's changed since. When you started nursery, your love of junk developed. You would make anything and everything from cardboard boxes. You were always that child a parent dreaded to see, walking out with the biggest masterpiece, so big that you couldn't see him behind you, and insisted we never threw it away. Ollie, you've always been a very unorganised person. He must have been the only child that would give his Christmas list on a spreadsheet with hyperlinks. He was always well behaved throughout school. At sixth form, you became the head boy, head boffin as we called you. Well, this is where his love of spreadsheets and planning really came to life. He organised lots of events and they all had a reoccurring theme, a fancy dress. Over the years, Ollie has been a pantomime dame, a banana, a penguin, and most recently, an Oompa Loompa. I think the love of dress-up must have come from when his sister and her friends would dress him up as a little girl when you was younger. Thankfully, you've come as yourself today. He went on to university. This is where he met the one. And this is why we are all here today. Lydia, as soon as Richard and I met you, we knew you were the one for Ollie. We could see how madly in love you both were, and still are now. You are a sweet, loving girl who is perfect for my son, and I am proud to call you my daughter-in-law. So as this new chapter in your book starts, it goes without saying you will have many years of happiness to come, and we can't wait to see what the next chapter holds. Lots of love, Mum.
Thank you to the mums and to Jodie and Eleanor.
You saw nothing.
Wow. That was brilliant. And Ollie, it's nice to see you in a dapper suit, not like an Oompa Loompa today. And Lydia's got the swimming goggles for later tonight. They might be handy. There's some ponds here and lakes. Now, each family welcomes your love for each other. And when you're with our couple, it is clear they are such a great match, fitting together like a jigsaw, as Mum said. Ollie loves the way that Lydia is so positive. He said that she radiates optimism and beams out sunshine wherever she goes. Lydia loves how thoughtful Ollie is. His confidence when he's out at an event, chatting away to everyone and including them. And when Lydia and Ollie are together, that stardust shines from them. And we all feel that joy that radiates out. So gradually their friendship developed into something more after that first kiss together. That thing that enriches everything in your world when that person is by your side. Love. Love inspires artists to transform a blank canvas into a masterpiece. It moves writers to create love stories that stay with us for decades. Love lights a flame for musicians to create songs that mean so much to us. Love is the thing we do the most wonderful things for, like making a commitment of marriage, standing in front of cherished family and friends, creating memories to treasure just as we are today. Marriage is a mosaic that you build from the millions of tiny moments that create your love story. And today we're here to witness some of the most magical moments of the love story of Lydia and Ollie. It's apt for someone who named a business Becoming a Nerd, as Lydia did, that May the 4th, 2022 had an extra special moment. Although Ollie said it was pure chance and he just thought it was the 4th of May. On holiday in Italy, a place synonymous with love and romance, Ollie knew it would be the perfect time. He'd chosen a perfect location with breathtaking views in Rome, and just a few days before, Lydia's dad had recommended the very same viewing spot. Serendipity, as great minds think alike. It was like something out of a film. Ollie went down on one knee, popping the question to an unsuspecting Lydia who was crying and laughing at the same time, so much so that it took a few moments before she could actually get a word out. Luckily, that word was yes, or we wouldn't be here today. So Ollie had arranged an Italian photographer to capture that significant moment. And before they'd even got home, Ollie's mum had the photographs framed and ready on the wall for Lydia and Ollie to come home to. It's a brilliant idea, Mum. Now, later that evening, they enjoyed a refreshing limoncello offered by a local bar in Rome. And then by the time they got to Sorrento, they were already in wedding planning mode with the spreadsheets. And they were in an enchanted field of lemon trees. The sort of place where you might sip a glass of refreshing chilled limoncello with your new fiancé. And so they did. And it was delicious, so they had some more. And they bought a large bottle of it. And you will hear more about the limoncello in a little later in our ceremony. But full marks to Ollie for a perfect romantic holiday. And for our couple to enjoy their first few days of the engagement. Yeah, well done. I mean, Leicester's nice, but, you know, Italy. So they enjoyed their first few days of their engagement in the sun-kissed lemon groves of Sorrento. Lemon trees are said to be symbolic of luxury, longevity, friendship, and love. So they toasted with more limoncello. Such a memorable trip and a glorious way to take that first step on the path to married life together. Lydia and Ollie love to travel, but they are just as happy at home, curled up on the sofa in their pyjamas, having a cuddle and a cup of hot chocolate. Just like the giraffe and the monkey, which I'd like to invite Abby and Hannah to read for us now.
Wherever we go, whatever we do, whenever there's me, I hope that there's you.
Now, money is funny. It can make people odd. You forget to be happy and you live for your job. And fashion is a passion beset with a flaw. You can dress to excess, but you'll always need more.
And a muscle-toned body, many sound like a dream, but no body is better than chocolate ice cream. What I'm trying to say is that happiness grows, not through your wages or body or clothes,
but in laughter and love and in sharing your life in the arms of another as husband and wife. So when you find someone who's weird, just like you, who laughs when you're stupid and who makes you laugh too.
When you sit on the sofa, not hiding your flaws, as imperfectly perfect as the hand that holds yours. When the fortune of kings or the purse of a beggar won't change how it feels just being together.
When a cuddle and a cuppa is all that you need, well then, you found something quite special indeed.
Wherever you go, whatever we do,
whenever there's me, I hope that there's you.
Thank you, Abby and Hannah. That was perfect. Whenever there's me, I hope that there's you. That sums up how you feel when you're in love and you just want to be together forever. And our couple do have something truly special indeed, which is why we are all here today, to witness and to celebrate their commitment to marriage. And even before Italy, Ollie knew that Lydia was the one. And Lydia said that choosing Ollie forever just feels right. After 5 years living together, they both agree that today is a brilliant way to celebrate with the best party ever. And we're just going to time travel for a moment. Imagine this time next year. It'll be a very special 1-year anniversary for our couple. And I asked them to each write down a few words about how excited they are about their wedding today and their hopes for the future, for their married life together, to capture just how they feel right now. And we're going to seal these away, put them in a special place at home, and then a year from today, over dinner and, yes, a limoncello or two, Ollie and Lydia will open them and read each other's words. Can we have an ah? Thank you. So Alice will now place the letters inside a special book and lock it securely. Now, I wonder who's least likely to actually lose the key. We'll trust Alice with it for now, and then you can pass it on to Lydia and Ollie after today. And there is a special book that's also a box. So there you go. You're in charge of locking them away properly. There are two, aren't there?
You go for it.
Put a £20 note in as well. Perfect. Well, they did think about asking you to swallow it, actually. But maybe you could just put it in your pocket for now. So thank you, Alice. You've just locked away a little bit of future happiness and some soppy stuff as well, ready for April the 18th next year. And it might become an annual tradition for our couple, along with a limoncello. Now, down to business. We are here in this beautiful place, surrounded by love from each of you gathered here this afternoon, to witness and to celebrate this commitment in marriage between Ollie and Lydia. So I'll ask you to hold both hands, if you will, for a moment. So I hold your tissue. See, Ollie's already got, this is a proper marrying gesture. Yes, hold the tissue. There we go.
Full of used tissues.
That's life. You are held by the hands of your best friend on your wedding day, as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that work alongside yours as you build your future together. The hands that will love and cherish you through the years ahead. The hands that will comfort you at times and give you strength when you most need it. The hands that may grow older in time, but will still be reaching for yours to give you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch, and to put the tissues in the pocket. We are gathered here in celebration and to bear witness to the most sacred union between two people. A marriage is a bond to be entered into only after considerable thought and reflection. It's a union founded on mutual respect, trust, and love. Only with sincere and earnest commitment can you enter into this union. So with full understanding of this, our bride and groom have come here today to be joined as one. I ask you each for your declaration of consent. Ollie, are you here of your own free will today with intent to marry?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
A moment of deliberation. It was a yes though, right?
Yes.
Yes. And now Lydia. Lydia, are you here today of your own free will with intent to marry?
I am. Yes.
Knows what she wants, no pause. Absolutely. Lydia, I would like to ask you to read the vows that you've written for today.
Okay. Whew. Okay. It's not like such a good idea before now. Ollie. I often hear people say things on their wedding day, like I can't believe we're here. But looking at you right now, I feel the complete opposite. Becoming your wife feels more right than anything else it ever has. And you know I'm an overthinker, so that really does mean a lot. If someone had asked me 10 years ago if I believed in... Ooh, okay. Woo! Okay. If someone had asked me 10 years ago if I believed in true, genuine love, I'm honestly not sure what my answer would have been. But just over 8 years ago, a boy with a Brummie accent asked me to be his fake date for a video at uni, and it changed everything. Whew. You're not just my partner, you are my best friend. I feel unbelievably lucky to have found you, and to feel so loved and supported by you.
We're running out. So you
Gotta be careful.
You got it.
You make every single cliche sound annoyingly true. You are the light of my life, you are my rock, We are stronger together, yes, just like Hillary Clinton said. And you are my missing piece. This love is the closest thing to magic I could ever hope to experience. Ollie, you are my home, and I cannot wait for the rest of this crazy life we are building together. It feels so exciting to know that today isn't the start of our happy ending, but it's just the beginning of an even better stage of life that we get to tackle together. I am truly honoured that of all the people in the world, you chose me to be the person to share your life with. So, today, before all of our favourite people, I promise to spend a life with you full of spontaneity, adventure and fun. I promise to always listen to the latest We Rate Dogs caption when you read it to me just before we go to sleep, even though you probably sent it to me earlier in the day. I promise to always laugh at your jokes, even the bad ones. But mostly, I promise to spend the rest of our lives striving to be the person you make me believe I can be. The more I've thought about today and tried to write down how I feel about you, the more I've realised I never knew a love like this existed. You always understand, comfort and support me, even if I'm crying over the opening 10 minutes of Up. I love you for exactly who you are, and you love me exactly as I am. I can't tell you what it means to me to know I found a love like that, and I promise to spend every day trying to make you feel as loved as you make me feel, always and forever.
Well, follow that, Ollie.
8 years ago, I thought I'm going to marry this woman one day. If I told anyone, they'd have said I was just in the honeymoon period, but I was giddily in love. Being with Lydia was so easy and fun. Well, that hasn't changed, and here I am today marrying my best friend. Lydia, you're the most caring, thoughtful person I know, maybe a little too thoughtful at times, but that's what makes you truly special. Just seeing your face warms me. Your smile is nothing short of a superpower. Being with you... being with you just makes me feel safe and content. We're such a brilliant team, and there's no one else I'd rather be experiencing the ups and downs of life with. I can't wait for us to start the next chapter of our lives together and see what adventures lay around the corner. Lydia, I promise to be your biggest champion and your constant cheerleader. I vow to keep our lives full of spontaneity and surprises. I promise to always keep trying to make you smile and laugh at the best of times and the darkest of times, and particularly when you're grumpy, mad, or being dramatic. And my final promise is to you, Ian and Tina. I promise to look after and care for your little girl for as long as I live. I love you more than words can describe. You're my perfect person. Whenever I'm at my lowest, you're the only person I want to see. And whenever I'm at my highest, I want you to be by my side. As we stand here today, I make you a promise, not just of love, but of partnership, adventures, and endless laughter.
We might need some more tissues. Thank you both for your heartfelt words. Now, do you, Lydia, pledge to keep the vows you've made in front of all those gathered here today as you choose Ollie to be your loving husband?
I do, I think. Is that the... Yeah?
No, that's a good thing. Yeah, that's okay. There is more later, though, but that's a good start, yes.
I do.
And giver of tissues and that sort of, yes.
That, yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And do you, Ollie, pledge to keep the vows you've made in front of all those gathered here today as you choose Lydia to be your loving wife?
I do.
Excellent. Now, the exchange of rings is one of the most familiar and profound symbols of marriage. The circle is a symbol of the earth, the sun, and the moon. The rings represent the oneness of your union for eternity. To give a ring to someone you love is to say that your love has no beginning and no end. Blessed are the rings, and may they be a true symbol of the love of the one who gives it and the one who wears it. Alex, can you please bring forward the rings? Thank you. I'd like to. Lydia, could you please place your ring on Ollie's finger?
Oh my God.
Oh, it's stuck.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Thank you.
So if you repeat after me, you can say, I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a token of my love
as a token of my love
and as a symbol of all we have promised
and as a symbol of all we have promised
and all we will share together.
and all we will share together.
Thank you. And Ollie, could you please place your ring on Lydia's finger? Thank you. And if you repeat after me, I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a token of my love
as a token of my love
and as a symbol of all we have promised.
and as a symbol as all we have promised.
Sorry, I threw you off. Sorry.
We could do a retake like the 15 slaps. And as a symbol of all we have promised.
And as a symbol as all we have promised.
It's unique, that's what it is.
Thank you.
And all we will share together.
And all we will share together.
Perfect. Let these rings continue to be a symbol of the promises you have made to each other today. May your love grow as boundless as the sky above. May it blossom in beauty like the lemon trees in Sorrento. And may your love always be as warm as the summer sun, even on cloudy days. May your love be the light that guides you both along the way ahead. And may none come between you as long as your path is shared. Ollie and Lydia, as you hold hands or arm in arm today, no, you can touch any part you want, it's fine. You're married now. I'd like you both to know and appreciate what a gift you are to each other as you commit to this extraordinary life together. Each of you gathered here today as witness, you are very special to our couple and you are truly cherished. And I'm about to introduce you to the happy couple who are ready to pose it up a storm. So you are now invited, though. You can now get the phones, iPads, cameras, anything else out. And you'll be able to take as many photos as you want to until the end of the next song, because we still have a little more to come. But for now, Mr. and Mrs. McGrath, you may seal this moment with a glorious married kiss. So how do we toast that? Well, the engagement began in Rome and the celebration continued in the exquisite lemon grove in Italy. So it's apt that we have a cheeky little sip of limoncello today. They did buy that big bottle on the trip, but that soon emptied. But they did save a special little bottle just for today to celebrate. So would you like to have a little toast of limoncello, do we think? There is a beautiful word in Italian, attraversiamo. It means to cross over to the other side. So Ollie and Lydia have officially confirmed their love today with all of you here to witness them as they've crossed over to the other side as a married couple. So it is time to toast your love in Italian, as they say, ti amo. May your love always be as warm as the sunshine in Sorrento. May you celebrate your love often with a glass of limoncello or a mango ice cream.
If you can get into it.
If not, you could have it in a year's time, I suppose. Hey! So there was delicious mango ice cream in Italy, so you could have that, or just celebrate your love every day with a cuppa and a cuddle on the sofa. And when life gives you lemons, may there always be limoncello. So would you like to take your toast?
That is a hell of a
Thank
shot.
you. I see what you mean about the nickname Glug as well. Tiny. No, that was a fantastic glug. A very Italian glug. And may that be the first of many, many toasts today, celebrating the love of you two. You have been the most fantastic witnesses, everybody, to our ceremony today. But now it's nearly time for you to party and live up to all the wedding party predictions that Lydia and Ollie have made. There's a spreadsheet of them, as you can imagine. And you know how they help to create content for the most amazing weddings? Well, there's going to be a lot of that from today. But it is your turn to get the confetti ready as we are about to celebrate our couple in fine style. And in a few moments, you can head off and grab a drink before the next stage of the party and the delicious food. You may want to save a few corks when the fizz pops later to add to Lydia and Ollie's collection they have at home, where they remember all their special times together. But now, with full-on fanfare, it is my true honour to send Mr. and Mrs. McGrath back down the aisle to Hooked on a Feeling, and that feeling is definitely love. So congratulations and utter love for our husband and wife, Ollie and Lydia. Congratulations!